Hello, people hear me? I know there's like one person in here. We've got a little bit early. Oh wow, 13 people. Hello. Wow. Yeah, this is like Zoom in pandemic COVID college. But I can't see anybody else. So if I start rambling to myself, somebody stop me. We'll give everybody one more minute. One more second. Mhm. Hi, Mary. I heard you in the background earlier at the Stacy's presentation. Also, I saw that Carol Ann was here. Hi, Carol Ann. Thank you so much for you're so famous. Apparently, I can just get stuff of you off the internet. Okay. Hi. I know Stacy's there too. Okay. All right. So we're 4:30. I mean, my intro was just that was kind of a quick rundown of me and my film. Um, but basically, this is the world premiere of Sentient Souvenirs. You guys are the first eyeballs, besides my own family and my graduating class, that have set eyes on this film, and I'm super happy that it's finally gotten out. It's been a lot of work and it's been a lot of struggle and it's been a lot of hard things to film and a lot of hard things to watch and experience in real life. But so what do you guys want to know about me, about film, about how I got here, about what I saw, just whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm here to talk about. Okay, Christina's handling moderation. Cool. Yay, I need some help for sure. Why this topic? Okay, why this topic? Well, without going into a huge long director's note, I saw this when I worked at the pet store. I got my first job at 18 years old at a pet store, a local pet store. And we had them just in the back and they were just kind of there. And we really weren't taught about them. And I just didn't really think much of it until I got to Wilmington and I realized, oh, wait, hey, this is a beach town and there's a bunch of crabs and this is very much an industry and this is very much a thing. And I worked at two more pet stores in Wilmington as well. And it was much bigger because it was in a beach store. And a lot of people would come with the crab that they got from the crappy beach store. And then they would come trying to do better for it, and it kind of hit me because I was like, nobody really seems to care about this. Like, we don't have any care pamphlets about it. Nobody really knows. We're not trained about it, and I feel like this is something that needs to be addressed and needs to be, more people need to know about it. What is your hermit crab history? Well, kind of like that. I was a lowly pet store associate at Pet Supermarket and Pet Smart. I don't know where everybody's from, but those are a couple of the chains that I worked for. And that's where I kind of started. Of course, we had a hermit crab as kids. We had three hermit crabs as kids. And we didn't know anything. And the more people I talked to, the more people I found out that had that same story as we had hermit crabs as kids. We kind of thought they were like bugs, easy things to take care of. And of course, they didn't live very long. But it just kind of started from there. I was like, wait, everybody has gone through this. It seems to be like a very universal type of experience in childhood. And nobody just bothered in adulthood. Nobody just bothered to be like, hey, wait, that doesn't seem right. Like, that there's something wrong with that. And everyone's just glazing over it as, oh yeah, that's just something that you get for kids. And just kind of really digging into that and being like, is this something that we can improve and change and better? Let's see. I'd know what spurred you to gravitate towards animal activism within your documentary schooling. Do you plan to do similar documentaries in the future with animals that are viewed? Yes, absolutely. Yes, I had a rabbit actually. Fun fact. Um, and he was wonderful. He was 9 when he passed away. He was old. But yes, I actually this was the subject that I danced around for my entire grad school. It only hit me halfway through grad school, so probably about a year and a half ago. It hit me like a ton of bricks. And I said, wait a minute, I'm in pet store, like I'm working in a pet store still at the time to make ends meet while in school. And I was like, wait a minute. Why am I trying to box myself into these little like student, oh, let's, two people sit at a table and talk. Nobody cares, or at least I don't care. Nobody cares. And so I was like, can I harness my love of animals and what I'm doing with my filmmaking? And I had this eureka moment of, yes, I can. I know my department doesn't really, they don't really support documentary in, I believe, a way that should be supported with young filmmakers. And so I had to scrape and crawl and scratch to get documentaries through, because I'm like, well, you should really focus on narrative filmmaking because that's kind of the big stuff. And I was like, no, I don't care. No, I want to do documentary. I want to do and this is what I want to do. And they were very big about, you have to know why you want to do this. And the professor that I didn't like the most grilled me. He said, why do you want to do this? Why you? What does this matter? Why? And I answered every question. He goes, well, I mean, she answered every question, so you gotta let her do it. And I was like, yes. And that just springboarded me. And so now I am on to, after the hermit crabs, we're on to fair goldfish, we're on to hamsters, we are on to betta fish, we're on to the whole bit. And I love it. I love every second of it. It's terrible, it's horrible, it hurts me, but at the same time, educating people about this, I love it. I've found my calling as a filmmaker, and I love every second of it. Let's see, what did I learn in my documentary research that you didn't expect? How did I find Mary? Well, I found Mary. I found Mary through just through kind of looking through hermit crab forums. I found the Facebook group, and I just emailed her and was like, hey, I am a grad student filmmaker. Do you want to do an interview about hermit crabs? And she's like, yes, not only do I want to do an interview, but would you like to be in CrabCon? And I was like, is that a thing? Yes, absolutely. Please. Thank you. And here I am. Thank you, Mary. She is the reason why I'm here. She and Stacy are the reason that I'm here. What did I learn in my documentary research? Everything was really eye-opening to me. I obviously knew that it wasn't right, but I didn't realize how wrong it was. Carol Ann really, Jonathan, rest in peace, Jonathan. We love Jonathan, and Kate as well. But I had no idea. And that so far in my class and in the showings of my film for the school, that's the thing that has gotten the most like, oh, whoa, like that hermit crabs, the way that they are marketed, can actually live this long and have such a fulfilling life. People just, it doesn't register, and people just don't understand that. And when they figure that out, I had people go, oh, no, you're kidding. And I was like, yeah, I mean, he's right here. He just has a softball, for goodness sake. So that was a really big thing for me. The whole breeding thing, Mary and Stacy really just, I was like, this is a thing. Like, people do this, and it's amazing. And just the dedication that you have to do this at all, and to have any type of result come out of it is just amazing. And you guys are so far beyond anything that I could ever be in that aspect. But that was just eye-opening as well. I actually don't have a project that I'm working on right now. The question before that was just, so far it's been very positive. I don't have a project that I'm working on right now. Grad school is actually very draining, and there's a lot of burnout involved. So I'm actually just working. I'm the director of marketing at a local landscaping company, and I'm just kind of learning to slow down a little bit and refining my love of film as a personal filmmaker, and not someone who's being like, you have to do this for a grade, you have to do this for an exercise, you have to go out and get X amount of footage. I'm really kind of relearning what I love about film and what Pearl wants to do in film. But I'm waiting for fall because I think we're gonna start the Fair Goldfish segment, and yeah, so we kind of gotta wait for fall for all the state fairs. So we'll be there. We'll be there for fall. Thank you. I went through of a lot of iterations of the film before I fell on that flow. I actually redid the entire film a month before it was due, and it went to that because it wasn't clicking. And when I did that, my professor was like, "Yeah, no, that makes way more sense." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay." Thank you. Yeah, I've really tried. That was a really hard thing for me. What do you feel as a pet store employee? What do you feel is the best way to educate pet store employees without coming off as rude or aggressive? That is a great question. Thank you, Mia. That's hard. That is really hard. Not only educating employees, but in educating, as we say, pet parents or future pet parents as well. Because yes, you can come off as very, oh, I know all this, and you're so stupid because you don't know. And walking that line is hard. It's tough. Usually I would walk people through as in basically, hey, we have the same goal. We want this animal to have the best life possible. If you don't, then you shouldn't be here. There's the door, you can leave. But I really wanted it to be where we're coming at it from the same goal. And here are the things that you can do, and here are the things that you should know to provide that and put that animal towards that goal, is a long, fulfilling, happy life. And just kind of walking it through with them as it's kind of a friend, is like, hey, I know this, I want to share it with you because we both care, and it's better for everyone. It's a win-win. But yeah, stores should definitely make actual like legit training videos and stuff like that about each animal. Thank you. I actually a cohort member of mine and I actually came up with the title. It wasn't clicking for the first year and a half that I worked on it. It was called Nothing But a Shell. Nobody knows that, but you guys know. It was called Nothing But a Shell, and it just didn't click. And she was like, so what's the core of the film? And I said, hermit crabs, they're sentient and they're at beach stores, and that's terrible. And she goes, sentient souvenirs. And I was like, boom, and I ran with it, and here we are, sentient souvenirs. Thank you. I actually can't do caffeine, so this is just me, high on life. I am very passionate and very energetic about things that I very passionate and energetic about. What is next for this particular documentary? Ooh, film festivals. Film festivals, the average film will run in the festival circuit for about 1 to 2 years, 2 years absolute max. But I have a lot of women owned and festivals that have films by women in that it's slated to go to. I have a lot of environmental film festivals that it's going to go to. I have a couple of student film festivals that it's going to. There is a new film festival in North Carolina called Outer Banks Film Festival that it is going to. I kind of have a docket of festivals that I would like to enter it into. There's no guarantee that it'll get in. There's no guarantee it'll be shown. But that's the lottery that you play when you enter your films. But yes, it is slated for festivals until probably mid 2024, 2025, something like that. Oh yeah, grad school. Oof, it's so hard. Not to say that I regret it, but while I was in the moment, I was like, why did I do this? Why am I putting myself through this? More of my work. As of this genre, I really don't have much work yet. This has been my new career path. I am on Vimeo. There's a couple little short stuff that I made throughout school and little exercises and stuff like that. Shameless plug. It's so called my whole brand is White Gem Productions, hence my name. Pearl Productions sounded a little too narcissistic. But yes, White Gem Productions. I'm on YouTube as White Gem Productions. I'm on Vimeo as White Gem Productions. I have a Weebly Rare Pearl, which is White Gem Productions as well. Shameless plug. What is the market that receives, acknowledges, and rewards documentary films like yours? Environmental film festivals. And there are so many festivals these days that are geared towards everything. Women, animals, environment. Some get really specific, like certain types of films only, and they're very specific. But yeah, it's really just kind of a lottery. Everybody enters and they pick, however many blocks they have, and they fill all that, and they let you know and be like, hey, you got selected, or hey, you didn't. Some places have prizes, some don't. It really just depends how big they are and how much money they have to give. I found some angel employees at Petco. Petco, I had a couple ins at Petco while I was working there, working at Pet Supermarket. I had a couple of guys who used to work at Petco, and they were great. They were awesome. But yeah, I feel like Petco is really hit or miss. But yeah, no, the two guys I knew at Petco were really, really good. Yes. Yes, getting the word out, that is absolutely for sure. Tagging the end with the Hermit House link. We can't put links really in film when you're showing it because there's no way for people to get there. But I can definitely put Hermit House in the credits at the end of just in the resources of where you can go. Makes me want to open my own pet store and set up properly. Hermes and other animals. Yep. There was a couple of small pet stores in Wilmington that had that same mentality. Yep, it is expensive though, and having had ordering animals from pet stores, it really sucks because it's basically just giant warehouse. It's just a giant warehouse with animals, and it's like product off the shelf. They just take them and ship them. Are you hoping to stay in NC now that the film industry is a fair prevalent there now? Yes, I'm actually a NC native, born and raised NC native. So yes. I went to LA and spent the whole summer there in 2019, and that was very much not for me. Big city life is not for me at all. Wilmington is about as big as I can handle. I actually live in Newport right now, which is about 2 hours north of Wilmington after graduation. So yes, staying in NC for sure. And the beach for sure. Love the beach. Will you post this film or video anywhere? I feel like if this was on YouTube, it would make such a difference. No, you're good. It was not asked. Yes, it will be on YouTube once it makes its festival run. Some festivals are kind of weird about having other outlets. So it's not exclusive because, you can just watch it on YouTube. You don't have to pay to be in the film festival. You don't have to pay to go to the film festival as a viewer. So sometimes they're kind of weird about that. But once it goes through its festival circuit, it will definitely be on the White Gem Productions YouTube channel. So it will definitely be there for sure. Did you do all the writing for the film? I did. I did all of the writing. I did all of the editing. I shot most of it, not all of it. But yes, I did. That was a lot. I redid the voiceover probably like half a dozen times. Is there a way to get the presentation to show to school kids? Yes, I'm actually working on that. Once it goes to festivals, the secondary festivals are going to be local aquariums, schools. There are a couple of sites that you can upload educational material, and teachers can go on there and they can, pick what's relevant to what they're teaching. Unfortunately, some of those websites only take like relevant topics, which environment isn't a big one right now. Politics for small children is actually very in, and Yeah, I don't want to mess with that. So I am gonna actually reach out to actual schools and be like, hey, I'm a filmmaker for environmental classes. Would you like to use this film? What was the most challenging part of creating the documentary? Um, Finding that flow of how to construct the film was really, really hard and took me down to the wire. Um, but mentally, the hardest part was actually filming it, was going in and filming it. I almost got kicked out of multiple beach stores because people saw I had a camera walking around. I had a big tote bag. I would walk in there really nonchalantly and I would just pull my camera. I was GoProing it. I would pull the GoPro out of my bag and just like go around and like look. Um, and then my boyfriend was waiting in the car as a getaway driver, my getaway driver. And I would be like, okay, we're good, go. And we would go down the strip. That was all in South Carolina, and those stores were everywhere. But no, I think the worst thing that I saw, and it's in there, I touched on it briefly, that jumbo hermit crab that was crawling over all the other hermit crabs broke my heart. Broke my heart. There was the biggest hermit crab they had. It was in the Eagles beachwear in South Carolina, and golly, that just broke me. So sad. Did anyone catch you shooting unfavorable footage in their story? Yeah, I almost got kicked out multiple times. Um, then I pulled the YouTube vlogger card and I was like, oh, I'm just looking around, I'm very much not the media. I had a woman who thought I was the newspaper. I don't know. She was a couple screws loose. Um, I can't wait to share it with everyone for education. It was so beautifully done. Thank you. If anyone has, like, anybody runs any classes or has anyone that would be, open to share the film with schools or any type of outreach education, just let me know. Let me put my email in the chat. So anybody, if you want to reach out to me or if you want to work on anything or send me any links, that would be awesome. Super appreciated. Let's see. I'll say I'm not big enough for my White Gem Productions to have an email yet. Let's see. I've been waiting to do a hermit crabs care presentation at my library. This would be great to share. Absolutely. Yes, I would say if you need pieces, or anything like that, just let me know and we can totally work it out. And I can either give you clips. Like I said, the whole film being still in festivals right now is still a little dodgy. But yeah, I can definitely work with you and we can absolutely get it out, because at the end of the day, that's the main goal of the film, is the more people that see it and the more people that get educated, the better. Like that's all that really matters is education. And little kids just spew information that, right or wrong, if you can put the right information in their head, they will unashamedly go up to someone and be like, that's not right. I know because this, and that's the goal. Yeah, not the media. Yep. Yeah, no, it is really sketchy, like going into a sketchy establishment as like a journalist. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of side eye going on. The film festivals are all over, so the earliest ones that will be, usually they put out for submissions months in advance. So the earliest film festivals I have slated are not until the fall. They're like September, October. So it'll take a while. Yeah, absolutely. Ask your kids' teachers, anything like that. Like I said, the film festivals I have entered so far are not super exclusive. Um, but yeah, if anybody wants clips or anybody wants the film, yeah, I would love that for sure. Just send me an email and we can totally work something out. Yep. Yeah. And that age range between like 8 and 12-ish is about my target audience for children, because it's not sugar coated. Like they're going to see some stuff, but it is still it's bright colors, and the ending credits are kind of cute, and it's kind of simplified so that younger kids can still kind of get that as well. Hopefully hold their attention. Yeah, no filter. Yeah, kids, no filter. Absolutely. But if we can get them to spew good nonsense, then that works. Yes, we definitely need an army of small children. For sure. Storm Pekka, yes. Just mad babbling and screaming. Yes, absolutely. Would you consider adding this talk to YouTube? Yeah, I mean, why not? I'm down, sure. Oh, documentary. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I will one day. Once it's through the system, and like I said, if any of you guys have teachers that would like to have the film or clips of the film, we can definitely work that out as well, for sure. Yes. Yeah, and that was kind of a hard thing as well, because my professors were like, well, if you want kids, don't you want it to be a little bit simpler? And I said, no, because that's the problem, is you simplify things too much for kids, they don't understand it. That was one thing. My parents never simplified anything for me. Like, they talked to me as an adult. They never talked down to me. And I think as an adult now, I have such a better grasp of adult concepts because they never talked down to me, never sugarcoated anything. So yeah, I don't want to turn it into an episode of Sesame Street, because it's not what this is. This is a real thing that's happening, and it's bad, and you don't want them to grow up to then continue doing what society has been doing since hermit crabs started being sold. Like, it's just not good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, first grade. Or what, 6 or 7, 6? Yeah, that would work for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. I'd love to go to Hermit House General Meeting for sure. Absolutely. I will talk about this film. I told my professors, I said, I will die on this hill. I looked my professors in the eye. I looked my thesis director in the eye and said, I am making this film, full stop, period. You're just going to have to work with that. And I will talk about this film. I will talk about this whole concept until I'm blue in the face. So if anybody would like me to talk anywhere, just hit me up. Absolutely. For sure. I'm also on Facebook. I'm part of the group. So people can also find me there. Just my name. You can hit me up on Facebook. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, kids definitely, they need it simple, but they don't need it stupid. Thanks, I'm trying. The difference between, I feel like there's a difference between advocate and activist. I feel advocate has less PETA connotations than activist, or even in today's day and age. I feel like activists, people are kind of shy away from that, and they're like, ooh, this person might be a little crazy. Is she a vegan? Is she gonna push Impossible Burgers on me? Like, is she crazy? No, I'm an advocate, and advocate, I think, is more education based, instead of standing on a soapbox and being like, you're a terrible person, you did this is all your fault. It's, hey, look, we, and like, I will never forget what Mary said, why it's the end of the film, is I believe people want to do the right thing. They just may not have the resources, and they may not know yet. Like, Mary, that is my motto for my career. Thank you. But yeah, like, it's not anybody's fault necessarily. It's just that it happens, and the only way that we can not make it happen is to educate people about it. So we advocate. We're not an activist. We advocate. Impossible Burgers, yes. They're awful. Yes, for sure. Absolutely. Like I said, I will go Crustacean Plantation, Hermit House, where anybody wants me. Absolutely. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yes, I would say graphics. I am not super good with graphics. I'm learning. But yeah, I am definitely not an animation person. I'm not a graphics person. But yeah, if there's anybody that is like good in graphics, or like has a hobby or does graphics, I would love to work with you, not only for this film, but other films to come, because yeah, I'm not a really big graphics person. Oh yeah, moral support, that works too. I can, yeah, anything like that. I can, any help is wonderful. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yes. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I feel is really relevant. What are we doing on time? Oh, we got 2 minutes. Oh, well, I heard you guys are going to be doing awards here in a little bit, and doing some giveaways and stuff like that at the end. So that's awesome. I'm so excited. But yes, anybody who wants my services, great. Right now, I'm just kind of about getting the film out. I'm not really super worried about compensation at this point, especially because depending where everybody is, most of it'll probably be virtual. It's kind of a Zoom or Skype interview. I'm not super worried about compensation. I just want the film out there. I just want people to see it. I want kids to see it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for having me, and thank you for loving the film. I would hope that it's ready to go out and everybody enjoyed it. So thank you so much. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Stacy. Um, thank you, Carol Ann. It was so awesome to meet all of you. Thank you. Bye, guys. I might hang around for the awards. See you. Bye.